The Sioux Falls Stampede enter a critical final weekend of the regular season without the goalie who helped solidify them as a Clark Cup contender. Alex Cavaruso suffered a lower body injury last week and will miss the final 2 games of the regular season. It's unclear when or if he'll be able to go in the playoffs. That means it's Jackson Stauber taking over between the pipes tonight as the Herd hosts Sioux City, still fighting for the number 2 seed, tied with Waterloo. Unfortunately for the Herd, they got off to a great start just a few minutes in when Cade Borchard puts it under the goalie's skates. That's his 12th of the season, and it's 1-0 Herd. Musketeer goalie Ben Cross would redeem himself after that, making a strong save right here to deny the Herd another goal and keep it at 1-0. However, late in the first, the Herd with another break, and this time it's Sam Stevens getting it down low. That's his 9th goal of the season, and it's 2-0 after 1. That would be all the scoring for the Stampede tonight, though, and the Muskies made it close. This could be a playoff matchup. Bing-bang play right there. Marcus Callan Kelly with the goal. He's got 29 on the year, and it's a 1-goal game, but that's as close as it would get. Jackson Stauber with one of his 17 saves on the night, and the Herd win a good one, 2-1. The only bad news, Waterloo wins by that same score of 2-1, so the scenario is this for tomorrow. The Stampede need Waterloo to lose. If they both finish tied, Waterloo has the tiebreaker. Stampede need a Waterloo loss, and then they either need to win or at least get a point in overtime to claim that number 2 seed. Herd hosts Des Moines tomorrow night. In the NAHL, the Aberdeen Wings haven't had many worries of any kind this season. Behind the league's second highest scoring offense, top-ranked defense, and goalie, the Wings have steamrolled to a franchise record 97 points and the second best record in the NAHL. Tonight they begin the Robertson Cup playoffs with Game 1 of the Central Division semifinals against Austin at the ODI Center. Early first period, Brandon Pearson with a big wrister, Joe Strada dangling in front to redirect, and it's 1-0 Aberdeen after 1. The Wings have won 8 of their last 9 against Austin, but the Bruins get the equalizer in the second off a turnover. That's Reginald Millette tying things at 1-1, and that's where we stood heading into the third period. Wings with a 3-on-2 break. First shot is stopped, but Brad Belisle is there to put in a loose change. Now, initially there was a thought that it might have been interference because the goaltender got run into. But on the replay, you can see the puck clearly in before the Aberdeen man pulled him over right there. They get some good goaltending from Matt Vernon and hang on to get the Game 1 victory by a final of 2-1. Vernon with 27 saves on the day. Game 2 of that series, it's best of 5, by the way. Game 2 tomorrow in the Hub City at 7:15. Now for something that looks like it's on another planet. Round 2 of golf at the Masters. Bizarre moment of the day here. Security guard bumps into Tiger Woods on 14. Thought that might have tweaked a knee or an ankle, but doesn't stop him from draining a tough birdie putt. As Woods fires a 468 on the day, he's 1 shot off the lead. Number 16, Louis Oosthuizen for birdie. He was 666, and he's tied for the lead, along with this guy, Adam Scott, with that wind and rain picking up. It wasn't quite as nice there, but still probably nicer than it is today. Nice shot here. That sets up an eagle on number 15. He went 4 under for 68. He's also tied with Francesco Molinari, who hits the par on 18 to finish his day at 5 under 67. Take a look at the leaderboard. Pretty crowded up at the top with 5-way tie for first place. Tiger Woods, Dustin Johnson, and plenty in contention as we head to moving day tomorrow. Adam Thielen's first contract with the Minnesota Vikings as an undrafted rookie free agent in 2013 was for $1.48 million over 3 years, so it's safe to say he's since earned the raise that he got today. The Vikings inking the Mankato alum to a contract extension reportedly worth $64 million over 4 seasons with potential to reach $73 million. Working his way up from the practice squad, Thielen has become one of the top wideouts in the NFL. Last season, he made his 2nd consecutive Pro Bowl after hauling in 113 passes for just under 1,400 yards and 9 touchdowns. Those were all career bests. Well, speaking of Thielen's old conference, with smashing success of its basketball tournaments at the Sanford Pentagon, the Northern Sun has decided to put another postseason event on the Heritage Court floor. The NSIC Volleyball Tournament will for the first time be held on a neutral site at the Pentagon beginning in 2019 and running through at least 2021. In the prior format, the first 4 games of the tournament were played on campus sites, with the semifinals and championship being played on the home court of the highest seed. Now all 8 teams will play at the Pentagon over the course of 3 days. The Pentagon has hosted several Division I volleyball events and was the site of the Division II National Championship in 2016, won by Concordia St. Paul. That's the video you're seeing right here. It'll also host the Division II National Championship again in 2020. Mount Marty Athletic Director Chris Kaysen didn't have to look far to find a successor Cody Schilling as the next head basketball coach for the men at Mount Marty. Literally, all he had to do was look in the mirror. Kaysen has been named the new coach, effective immediately, and will maintain dual roles as head basketball coach and athletic director at Mount Marty. Kaysen previously served as assistant on Dave Booth's staff at USD from 2003 to 2014. Finally, in other college hoops news, former SDSU guard David Jenkins is getting closer to either finding a new home or returning to Brookings. He's narrowed his list of schools to 7 per a tweet last night, which still includes the Jackrabbits. Now, the other suitors are his former coach TJ Otzelberger at UNLV, Memphis, who of course has Mitchell native Mike Miller as an assistant coach. Also on there is Oregon, Washington State, Gonzaga, and UCLA. Jenkins scored 1,194 points in 2 seasons at State. We're back in one moment.